In the beginning, there was harmony. Humanity walked with God. There was no fear, no pain, no distance, only love. But when sin entered the world, something broke inside us. We hid from the very one who had given us breath. And from that moment, humanity began searching for peace, for purpose, for a way back home. And God never stopped watching, never stopped loving. He saw our darkness, our wars, our tears, our silence, and instead of turning away, he made a decision that would change everything. He would come to us, not as fire from heaven, not as a mighty king surrounded by armies, but as a child. Born not in a palace, but in a manger. Because love doesn't shout from a distance, it draws near. Jesus came to show the face of the invisible God, to teach us that holiness is not about rules, but about relationship. He touched the leper that no one else would touch. He forgave the sinner that everyone else condemned. He called the broken by name and gave hope to the forgotten. Every word he spoke carried the heartbeat of heaven. You are loved. You are seen. You are not alone. But love like that costs something. The same hands that healed the sick were later pierced by nails. And yet, that was the plan all along, because the debt of sin was too great for us to pay. So God, in his mercy, paid it himself. He wore our shame. He carried our guilt. He died our death, so we could live his life. At Calvary, heaven met earth once more. And through the blood of Jesus, the story that began in the garden found its redemption. 3 days later, the tomb was empty, not because he escaped death, but because he conquered it. The stone rolled away was not just an event. It was a message. Nothing can separate you from the love of God. That's why Jesus came, to rebuild the bridge that sin had burned, to open the door that we had closed, to whisper to every heart that feels too far gone, there is still a way back. This is not religion, it's restoration. Not a set of rules, but a relationship reborn. Because God didn't send his Son to condemn the world, he sent him to save it. And now, every time we fall, every time we doubt, every time we whisper, God, where are you? He answers through the cross. I'm right here. I always have been. The message of Jesus is simple. Love came down so that we could rise again. Hope stepped into darkness. Grace wore human skin. So when you wonder why God sent Jesus to earth, remember this. Because he loves you. Because he wants you home. Because heaven couldn't bear to be without you. And that love still calls your name today.